This is a disclaimer. This video has a little bit of graphic content in it, so if you're a little bit squeamish, this might not be for you. My name's Kayla, and the animal that I've chosen to research for this assignment is the African elephant. I want to focus specifically on the African elephant as their population is drastically dwindling due to slaughter, and this deeply concerns me. In this video, I will discuss why we as humans should be concerned about the welfare of these elephants and what the future looks like for their species. The African elephant is the world's largest land animal, and it can grow up to 7.5 metres long and weigh up to 6 tonnes. There are two subspecies of the African elephant. The Loxodonta africana is the largest species, and it tends to inhabit grassy plains and woodlands. The Loxodonta africana clitosis is the smaller elephant species that lives in the forests of Central and Western Africa. As the name implies, both subspecies of the elephant are native to Africa. In the wild, African elephants typically live long lives of approximately 60 years. Like most wild animals though, their life expectancy is markedly shorter in captivity, with the mean age being only 17 years as opposed to 60. However, their value for life is said to be a lot better because they are safe from the threat of constant poaching. Unfortunately, as most African elephants live in the wild, their lives are drastically being cut short as poachers kill thousands annually to trade their ivory, skin and meat. The estimated number of elephants slaughtered each year for their tusks is between 35,000 and 50,000, and according to the WWF, their population has declined by approximately 50% in the last decade and is expected to keep plummeting. This statistic is extremely alarming as there is currently only about 415,000 African elephants living in the wild. During the 1980s, there was an increase in the demand for ivory, and so there was a surge in poaching, which resulted in apparently 80% of herds being wiped out in some regions of Africa. The elephants have notable tusks that grow throughout their lifetime and are naturally used for fighting, marking, feeding and digging. Their tusks are incredibly valuable, with 1 kilogram of ivory fetching as much as 800 Australian dollars. For just one male elephant, both tusks combined can weigh up to 115 kilograms, meaning that a single elephant's ivory could reap about $90,000 in Australia. However, Australia rarely trades in ivory, and China is the dominant trading country despite the international trading ban. In China, the price of ivory is almost triple the rest of the world, which is extremely alarming, with a single kilo of raw ivory costing around $2,100. Perhaps the ivory black market possesses the same enticement as the drug market, as the money outweighs the legal consequences. The international trading ban was introduced in 1989 by an organisation called CITES, which stands for Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. CITES implements laws and rules with the welfare of endangered species at heart, especially the African elephant. Many Chinese citizens are unaware that elephants have to die for the production of ivory. In a survey conducted by the Weeks, approximately 2/3 of participants surveyed said that they thought that elephant tusks grew back just like fingernails, and they don't. It is their ignorance that allows such butchery to continue, as the public is uninformed about the brutality and slaughter that these elephants endure, just so intricate sculptures can be produced and that delicate china can be produced. Seeming that China is the largest trading country in ivory, here are a few examples of what the ivory is used for. Detailed sculptures are carved into ivory tusks and then displayed in art galleries across China. What is deeply unsettling about the slaughter of the elephants is the common misconception that the elephants must be killed in order for their tusks to be obtained. This is not true. Similar to elephants, rhinos are being successfully dehorned without being killed, and while this process is labour intensive, the animals' lives are spared. The same could be done for collecting elephant tusks, but poachers opt to kill them as it is an easier option. As you can see in these photos, when the authorities catch poachers in the act, the ivory is immediately seized and burned in order to stop illegal ivory trade. The value for that amount of ivory on the black market would be millions of dollars. Poachers are ruthless and extremely unethical in their slaughtering methods. Poisoned arrows are a popular weapon to shoot the elephants when they are in close proximity. Poachers have also tactically started dumping cyanide into watering holes, but this kills all animals that drink from the poisoned watering hole. This approach causes animals to unnecessarily die, regardless if they're wanted for trading purposes or not. Here is an example of an elephant that has died because of deadly cyanide being dumped into the watering hole. This elephant has been shot by a poisoned arrow, and you can see the big wound on one of its hind legs. And this photo shows a rescue team of vets coming to try and help an elephant that has been shot by poachers. Evidently, here's an elephant that has had its tusks and trunk removed, leaving nothing but a bloody face. As humans, we have an innate responsibility to look after the wildlife that inhabits the earth and to do our best to prevent extinction of vulnerable animals. As I've demonstrated in this video, African elephants are at grave risk of extinction if the price of ivory continues to soar and poaching continues. We need to do something to stop it.